Hello there. Welcome to Pen Positive. This is Vinod Narayan. Today I have a very interesting, fascinating book that I read on my way to Vegas during the Christmas vacations. The book is Political Tribes by Amy Chua. The same Amy Chua who brought to us Tiger Moms. This time she brings to us political tribes. Even for a person like me who doesn't have a background in political science and who doesn't understand world politics like many people would do, Amy Chua's Political Tribes does give answers to some of the questions that I had. If not answers, at least a string of thought on which I can think further and try to look beyond what I had thought. And I've always been intrigued that how do we look at politics and the world around us? Do we look at it as individuals? Do we look at it as groups? And if we look at it as groups, how does that change our worldview when we are looking at it just as individuals? And when Amy Chua talks about political tribes, she tells us that these political tribes exist within the society and they have a lot of power and they cannot be ignored, and they can really make election results swing to one side or the other. But they have been ignored. They have not been considered as a power that could really impact. But she says that these group instincts are impacting the fate of nations. She talks about the United States and how United States foreign relations in Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan and Venezuela had impacted because of the lack of knowledge of group instincts in those nations, lack of knowledge of the ground realities over there. And then she comes back all the way to US and looks at the group instinct, identity politics, and the political tribes that exist within our society. And the interesting thing that I find in the book is that for a person like me, who's always intrigued with how we vote, what makes people make decisions in one way or the other, the fact that there are political tribes that exist within our society makes me look at the entire political engine in a totally different form from now on. And I would really recommend Political Tribes by Amy Chua as one of the books that you should read or look forward to read in 2019. Now, this was not a book that I knew existed. As always, I went to the library, walked through the aisle where they had the new books, the new non-fiction books. The title interested me, picked it up. And I have always told you, if I read a book, it's not necessary that I complete the book. But there are some books that I bring over here in this channel that I would have read completely. And this is one of those books, beyond the 5 to 10 pages that took me till the last page. And the last page when she quotes Langston Hughes, "Let America be America." And she ends the book with a very interesting note. She says that this is a zero-sum game and we are in a vicious circle. And she's asking, is there a way out? Because we really have to look at what's happening around us. We would probably want everyone to be equal. We would want everyone to look at each other without any differences. But people feel so comfortable. They feel so good being in a group. And that group instinct has the power to change the fate of nations. And that group instinct cannot be ignored anymore. Again, Political Tribes by Amy Chua. If you want to hear more book reviews, movie reviews, and thoughts on career, work, life, and just about what I see in this world, do subscribe down below, and I'll see you again. Thank you.